The year is 1939. The world watches as Europe erupts in flames. World War II has begun. Global conflict brings fear and uncertainty. Scientists understand the destructive power of the atom. Could this power be harnessed, turned into a weapon? The answer was a terrifying yes. In the United States, a top-secret research project commences. It is codenamed the Manhattan Project. Its goal is singular and chilling: to build an atomic bomb before Nazi Germany does. The stakes could not be higher. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. The Manhattan Project was a massive undertaking, shrouded in secrecy. Thousands of scientists and engineers worked tirelessly in remote locations across the United States. They were driven by patriotism, fear, and the immense scientific challenge before them. At the heart of this endeavor was J. Robert Oppenheimer, a brilliant physicist. Oppenheimer was a complex and enigmatic figure. He possessed a deep understanding of theoretical physics and a talent for leadership. He becomes the director of Los Alamos Laboratory, the primary research and design facility for the Manhattan Project. His task to lead the most ambitious scientific project in human history. Oppenheimer assembled a team of brilliant minds: physicists, chemists, engineers, mathematicians. They flocked to Los Alamos, New Mexico. This remote, high-desert location became a crucible of scientific discovery. The pressure was immense. The world was at war. Failure was not an option. The science behind the atomic bomb was complex. It involved splitting the atom, releasing unimaginable energy. The process, called nuclear fission, held the key to unlocking the atom's destructive power. Two types of bombs were developed, uranium-based and plutonium-based. Both relied on this principle of nuclear fission. On July 16, 1945, the first atomic bomb was detonated. The test, codenamed Trinity, took place in the Jornada del Muerto desert in New Mexico. At 5:29 a.m., the world changed forever. The explosion was unlike anything ever witnessed before. A blinding flash of light, a deafening roar, a mushroom cloud that soared miles into the sky. The Trinity Test was a success from a scientific perspective. The bomb worked, but it also ushered in a new era, one defined by the terrifying power to destroy entire cities in an instant. The world had entered the atomic age. Section 5. Hiroshima. A city vanished. Once a bustling city, Hiroshima was a symbol of Japan's resilience and culture. Its streets were filled with life, its buildings stood tall, and its people went about their daily lives, unaware of the impending catastrophe. On August 6, 1945, an American B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay, dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan. This moment marked a turning point in human history, introducing the world to the devastating power of nuclear weapons. The bomb, nicknamed Little Boy, detonated above the city with the force of 15,000 tons of TNT. The explosion created a blinding flash, followed by a massive mushroom cloud that rose high into the sky, visible for miles around. Hiroshima vanished in an instant. Buildings were vaporized, people were incinerated, thousands perished. The once vibrant city was reduced to rubble and ash, a haunting reminder of the bomb's destructive power. The devastation was unlike anything the world had ever seen. The sheer scale of destruction was unimaginable, with entire neighborhoods flattened and countless lives lost in the blink of an eye. The bomb's effects were immediate and horrifying. Fires raged across the city, and a deadly radioactive fallout began to spread, affecting everything in its path. Those who survived the initial blast faced radiation sickness, cancer, and a lifetime of suffering. The survivors, known as hibakusha, bore the physical and emotional scars of that fateful day. Their lives forever changed. The world watched in horror as the true extent of the atomic bomb's power became clear. Nations grappled with the moral and ethical implications of nuclear warfare, and the event sparked a global conversation about the future of humanity in the atomic age. Section 6. Nagasaki, the second blow. 3 days later, on August 9, 1945, Another B-29 bomber dropped a plutonium-based atomic bomb nicknamed Fat Man on the Japanese city of Nagasaki. The devastation was equally horrific. Tens of thousands more perished. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain the only use of nuclear weapons in warfare. Japan surrendered to the Allied forces on August 15, 1945, effectively ending World War II. The atomic bomb had brought a swift end to the war, but at a terrible cost. The world grappled with the implications of this new weapon. Section 7. Oppenheimer's Reckoning: The Weight of the World. J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb, was initially elated by the success of his creation. The culmination of years of intense research and collaboration had finally borne fruit. The scientific community marveled at the unprecedented achievement, and Oppenheimer was at the center of it all. It had ended the war, saving countless lives. The world rejoiced as the long and brutal conflict came to a close. Soldiers returned home to their families and nations began the process of healing and rebuilding. But the horrific images from Hiroshima and Nagasaki soon filled him with deep regret. The sheer scale of destruction and the immense loss of life weighed heavily on his conscience. The cities lay in ruins, and the human suffering was unimaginable. He famously recalled a line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." This haunting realization marked a turning point in his life, as he grappled with the moral implications of his work. Oppenheimer became an advocate for international control of atomic energy. He believed that the power to annihilate entire cities should not rest in the hands of any one nation. His voice grew louder as he called for global cooperation and oversight. He believed that such destructive power should never be used again. The mushroom clouds that once symbolized victory now served as grim reminders of humanity's capacity for self-destruction. Oppenheimer's stance was clear. The world must never witness such devastation again. He spoke out against the nuclear arms race, urging for peace and diplomacy. As nations raced to build more powerful weapons, Oppenheimer's warnings grew more urgent. He envisioned a future where dialogue and understanding would replace the threat of mutual annihilation. His legacy is a testament to the profound responsibility that comes with scientific discovery. Section 8. The Legacy of the Bomb: A World Forever Changed. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain a defining moment in human history. They ushered in the atomic age, an era marked by both the promise of unimaginable power and the threat of utter annihilation. The world was forever changed. The legacy of the atomic bomb is complex and multifaceted. It is a story of scientific achievement, wartime desperation, and the enduring human cost of conflict. It is a reminder of our capacity for both creation and destruction. Section 9. Living in the Nuclear Age. A Call for Peace. We live in a world where nuclear weapons exist. The threat of nuclear war is a dark cloud that hangs over humanity. The lessons of Hiroshima and Nagasaki must never be forgotten. We must work towards a future free from the threat of nuclear war. The legacy of J. Robert Oppenheimer is a complex one. He was a brilliant scientist, a wartime leader, and a man haunted by the consequences of his creation. His story is a reminder of the profound moral and ethical dilemmas posed by scientific progress. Section 10. Conclusion: The Enduring Legacy of Oppenheimer and the Atomic Bomb. The atomic bomb is a stark reminder of the destructive power humans possess. The devastation it caused in Hiroshima and Nagasaki is etched into the annals of history, a somber testament to the potential for human-made catastrophe. It is also a testament to the brilliance and ingenuity of the human mind. The scientific breakthroughs achieved during the Manhattan Project were unprecedented, showcasing the heights of human intellect and collaboration. The story of Oppenheimer and the atomic bomb is a cautionary tale. It serves as a powerful reminder of the ethical responsibilities that come with scientific advancement. Oppenheimer himself was haunted by the implications of his work, famously quoting the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." It reminds us of the importance of peace, diplomacy, and the responsible use of technology. The aftermath of the bombings led to a global outcry for disarmament and the establishment of international treaties aimed at preventing such horrors from recurring. We must strive to create a future where such destructive power is never unleashed again. This requires a collective commitment to fostering global peace and understanding, ensuring that the lessons of the past are not forgotten. A future where reason and compassion prevail. By embracing these values, we can build a world that honors the memory of those who suffered and perished in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This is the legacy we must strive for, a legacy worthy of the sacrifices made at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It is a call to action for all of humanity to work towards a more just and peaceful world where the horrors of the past are never repeated.